Did you know there is a rule in the Income Tax Act 1961 that defines the financial foundation for every business and professional? A responsibility that goes deeper than just paying tax. It is the very foundation of your records. This is Section 44AA. This law is not just a formality, it is a blueprint. It clearly states who must maintain books of account, when they must maintain them, and which records are mandatory. Its purpose is to ensure financial discipline, transparency, and the correct computation of your income. The law begins with the definition of a person, and this definition is vast. It includes not just individuals, but also Hindu undivided families, firms, LLPs, companies, and even artificial juridical persons. The law operates on two critical time frames: the previous year, the year you earn your income from April 1st to March 31st, and the assessment year, the very next year when that income is assessed for tax. So who does this mandatory rule apply to? If you are running a business as an individual or an HUF, and in any one of the last 3 years your income exceeded 2.5 lakh rupees or your turnover exceeded 25 lakh rupees, you must maintain books. But for any other assessee like partnership firms or AOPs, the rules are stricter. For them, the limits are just 1.2 lakh rupees in income or 10 lakh rupees in turnover. Now let's talk about specified professions. Here there is a unique twist. If you are in a legal, medical, engineering, accountancy or information technology profession, this rule applies to you only when your gross receipts have exceeded 1.5 lakh rupees in all 3 of the immediately preceding years. This is a consistency test. And when this rule applies to you, you must maintain specific records as per Rule 6F. Records like a cash book, a journal, a ledger, carbon copies of every bill over 25 rupees, and all original vouchers for your expenses. For medical professionals, the rules are even more specific. They must also maintain a daily case register known as Form 3C and a stock record of their medicines and drugs. Where must these records be kept? At your principal place of business. And the most important question, for how long? The law states for a minimum of 6 years. These 6 years are counted from the end of the relevant assessment year. This means you must preserve your records for nearly 7 financial years. And if your case is ever reopened for scrutiny, you must keep those records safe until that assessment is fully completed. These are not just pieces of paper. They are the proof of your financial integrity. They are the foundation on which your business and your compliance stand. In front of an assessing officer, these records are your greatest strength. Understanding these rules of the Income Tax Act is both your responsibility and your protection. Your records tell the story of your business. The only question is your story strong, clear, and compliant?